welcome back. We are about to play a game of Pauper in the tournament practice room, and today we are playing Ancestral Mask or Green-White Auras. This is a deck that has been causing some commotion in the tournaments, in the dailies in the last month or so. And we are about to try it out. This seems like a decent hand. The Primal Hunt Beast is something that I put in because I'm a M13 drafter, and I really hated when all my small guys were killed by Electrickery. So I'm not really sure about that. And let's see what we are up against. Oh, we're playing black! And it's the Unearth deck, probably. Or Tortured Existence. Yeah, the plan is to play the Aura Gnarlid at 3/3 and then the Hunt Beast next turn and enhance it with Snake Umbra. I think it's the Unearth deck. It will try to play a lot of black weenies and unearth them and just Auranas. This is exactly the kind of deck that the Ancestral Mask deck likes to play against. So we are discarding a forest. For the Rotting Rats. This is interesting because I don't really know what to call the Unearth deck. I call it Unearth, but I'm sure other people call it something else. I don't think he has much creature removal. I think they usually play Doomblade in the sideboard. So he will probably just block with the rats and sacrifice them to feeder or not. And Primal Hunt Beast is online. He will. This deck has a lot of discard against me, so I don't plan on keeping a card in hand. So I will try to play everything. And this is the kind of starting hand I had that enables me to play everything. I have most of my tournament experience with Infect and with the blue-black trinket deck from Pauper Dailies. I have not yet played this in a tournament, so I might be making a lot of mistakes. So feel free to point them out. Okay. Yeah. Lots of dregs coming my way. I'm gonna block that guy. Oh, he sacrifices, of course, and I'm down to 16. It's very, very, very hard to outrace this deck that I'm playing. Not to say extremely hard, actually. So I plan to win the race here, and just one trample effect or one life gain effect, and I'm probably pretty good. I think I'm pretty good already, actually. A card! Very nice! I have just one Snake Umbra in the deck, and I'm not sure if I'm gonna keep it. But I'm testing it, and right now it was nice to have. I like to play this deck when I want to relax from the blue-black control deck. I play it in the practice room, like when I'm distracted and such, because it's so much fun to play this Aura deck, but it's just so stupid. It just randomly wins and loses. I am right now 12-9 with the deck, which is an extremely bad record. I want to have 70% wins in the practice room with any deck, and 12-9 is disastrous. Nice! Emptying of my hand. Oh my god! That's a pretty good card to draw. And I will put it on the Gnarlid. Maybe I should have put it on the Hunt Beast. Actually, I didn't think about which beast to put it on. So not putting it on the Hunt Beast was probably bad. didn't matter too much. He will cause me to discard. He doesn't have an answer for the Gnarlid, so I will replace a Boggle with the Gnarlid. Young Wolves are interesting in this case, and maybe I will replace Huntbeast with Young Wolves due to him having very little removal and me needing early blockers. Yes, I will not go for the Moment's Peace plan because he is not fast enough. And we're up for a second game. Nice and fast. Here we have a horrible hand, which we will keep. We are on the draw. We have one card draw. We can play the Gladecover Scout Rancor, and drawing just one land makes us able to play everything except Armadillo Cloak. So I'm keeping this. That might be a mistake. I'm happy to hear your opinion about that. We got the turn 1 Carrion Feeder. This deck usually has no synergies with Carrion Feeder, such as Mesmeric Fiend or something like that. I'm looking for something now. More lands. I will start with the Abundant Growth. Yes, very nice. And next turn I will start throwing out guys. And actually I think I will play Young Wolf and Gladecover for protection. My Ledgewalker should be incredibly hard for him to block. So that's where the... probably where the cloak goes. And I will actually be able to cast Ledgewalker Cloak next turn. I will take 5... I think actually I'm going for the... I should try to say actually less, actually. I will try to go for the Ledgewalker Armadillo Cloak stuff immediately. He can shrivel, which would be disastrous. So maybe playing the Wolf for Edict protection and for 1 point of damage protection would be good. I have no idea why people play this Unearth deck. I don't know what its good matchups are, but this is definitely not one of them. And this is one of the decks I'm happy to encounter. Okay, Stinkweed is on, and of course Stinkweed can block Ledgewalker. So we don't want an active Stinkweed killing our stuff. It will be very hard to avoid an active Stinkweed killing our stuff. So we will now deploy guys. The Gladecover Scout, the Young Wolf, and Ethereal Armor on Young Wolf for a nice little blocker on the ground. Should probably have been the Gladecover Scout. Yeah, if Stinkweed gets active, if it dies, it will cause a mess for me. Might be worth it. It will just come back and it will block everything. So I will have to punch through a giant Stinkweed Imp. Alright, this seems like a clear case for the Boggle. And he will now haunt the Fume Spitter and cast it. Oh, he will not. Okay, I will be able to empty my hand if I draw land. So I will let the Dragship Zombie live. But of course he will sacrifice it. Yeah. And I have to discard another card, which will be Rancor, most likely. I will block the drag. I will not block anything actually. I will take this because I don't want to lose the young wolf with the armor. I will use the cloak, the young wolf, and then have him as my blocker of choice. And I will use the next enchantment on something else. Right. So this cloak goes on the young wolf. And we should pay the correct mana. Well, otherwise the spell will be hard to cast. So now we have plenty of protection, and he needs to attack with Distinct with Imp to get anywhere. Which I doubt he will. At this point I actually don't know what the longest a YouTube video can be. I know it's between 10 and 20 minutes, and we are now at 11. So I hope this will not be too long to put up on YouTube. And my plan now is to build up the young wolf so that it can strike for 20 points of damage when it strikes. And I think the Stink with Imps don't have a very good clock on me, so I think that's pretty safe. But here's a guy that can attack in the meantime. He is Oragnarlid. Our little friend, Mr. Oragnarlid. We're choosing white for Oragnarlid. And we are gonna cast him. He is pretty big. 6/6 and a 7/7. Now we need a trample effect for him. And we can strike for a lot of damage. Hopefully 20. We have 6 turns in which to accomplish this. We actually need to strike for 21 because of the Fume Spitter. And of course because of blockers, such as Mr. Stinkweed Imp. Here he opens for an attack by my Gnarlid, but he will just block it with the Spitter, so it doesn't accomplish very much. Spectre puts our clock on 3 turns. And this is beginning to look bad. Of course we have an immense life gain here. Using the young wolf. And I think we will strike next turn with him. Unless something miraculous happens. Of course his clock is slower because he will not... He has a 3-turn clock now. He will not attack with both Stinkweed Imps. He need to keep one at home for protection. And actually I have first strike because of ethereal armor, so I will not die by getting hit, and I'm really, really stupid. This shows that I don't have much experience with the deck. Of course, first strike protects me from Stinkweed Imp shenanigans. Oh my god, okay. Yeah, and this is why I'm not a Magic professional, which I once was. Because I suck. So watch his surprise when I now strike with this. And just go on to win the game. Oh my god. Alright. Ethereal armor gives creatures first strikes. First strike. First strike is given by ethereal armor to creatures. It's not just a crappy ancestral mask. It also gives first strike. And today's news is that we have first strike and we have trample. So we gain a lot of life. Life is looking pretty sweet. While Oragnarlid keeps the ground blocked. There is nothing that scares me now actually in his deck, so I expect to win this. Order of the Ebon Hand. Well, I didn't order that. Oh, that's a poor crappy 1994 Magic deck. So that looks good. Next time he has to block. And he has a hard time doing 19 damage. I would have won this long ago if I had played correctly. And there's the match. Thank you for watching Magic Gathering Strat. And I'll be back for more Pauper videos and hopefully some drafting as well. Thank you.